What on earth is my messy bun doing? Come on. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be inspired, or it was actually, the look in my head was inspired by none other than the pumpkin spice latte. And actually, fun fact, this is not a pumpkin spice latte. This is iced coffee, but it does have pumpkin spice creamer, so I feel like it counts. Basically, the story goes, I was in Sephora, probably craving an actual pumpkin spice latte at the time, and I was just looking at all these, like, you know, brown, terracotta, orangey-like colors. I think just getting in the fall vibes. And I was like, you know what? I think I'm gonna do a look based on the pumpkin spice latte. Was super excited about it, all gung-ho, and then a day or two later, I saw one of the YouTubers that I'm subscribed to, a notification popped up for a new video, and it was a pumpkin spice latte tutorial. But it's fine, it is what it is. I'm like, this is YouTube, everyone copies everyone, so I don't care. I was like, I'm still gonna do it. So today, that is what we're gonna do. Also, that same Sephora visit, I got a new palette, and it actually has a pumpkin spice color in it. So we will do that in a moment. We'll get to that in a moment. But I think, I don't know if I want to do eyeshadow first and then foundation, or foundation first, then eyeshadow. I think I'm going to do foundation first. So foundation. I'm going to start with the Fenty Hydrating Primer. Next, I'm going to go in with my Lancome Teint Idole Ultra Wear Foundation. I hate saying this just because I know I'm saying it wrong. And I am in the shade 425 Bisque Warm. So I am going for a pretty full coverage look using my beauty sponge. Actually, let me just dot this first. Let's dot it on these two. Put it on the twins. And then I'm just going to stipple this all around. We can always add more later. Definitely gonna add another pump. Okay, so I'm going to use the Marc Jacobs Accomplice concealers in the shade 39 and 40. But I'm going to use 40 first, and then I'll follow up with 39. Because 39, it's going to brighten a little. These concealers are honestly so nice. If you haven't tried them, and if you're in the market for a new concealer, jump on these. These are so nice. They just apply so creamy. They don't, I don't know, they don't pool. They're easy to blend out. You can spot conceal and, you know, kind of pinpoint and then blend in. But if you warm up the concealer with your finger, I just feel like it's so comfortable right under the eyes. Like, it's hydrating, but it's not too hydrating. Too hydrating. I don't know if there's such a thing, but you know what I mean. It's basically, it's not too greasy. It's creamy, but you can work with it. It's like a healthy amount of creamy. I don't know if I'm making sense, but they're good. Just try them. They're really good. Next, before I powder my whole face, I'm going to go in with one last like cream product. And this is the Cream Highlighter by Milk. And this is in the shade Lit. Just to kind of set everything, I'm going to go in with powder. I'm actually going to use two powders today. First, I'm going to use the Marc Jacobs. This is their Finish Line powder. And this powder has kind of like a, I don't know, it kind of has a little bit of a yellow tannish tint. I definitely want to set my eyes just because that's where all of my shadows are going to lay over. And then for the rest of my face, I'm going to use the Lancome Absolue powder. And mine is in the shade Absolute Ecru Medium. And so this one, I've used this before on my channel, but this one has a little bit more of a darker tannish color. So I'm just going to take a fluffy brush and just kind of generously pat this mainly on the perimeter of my face. So I'm going to use this Latte palette by Dominique. These are the colors. Aren't they gorgeous? I seriously don't know what took me so long to try this palette, but this is the color right here, this one. It's pumpkin spice. It's called pumpkin spice. So I'm thinking I'm going to mainly stick to these guys. I don't know that I'm going to do a shimmer. I'm kind of leaning towards not. It's just I kind of see this more as a matte look. So we're going to be mainly working on this top row here. So I think I'm going to start with this shade here. And this is the shade Caramel. And I'm going to take this on the It Cosmetics. I think this is the 105. All the brushes and everything will be listed below. So I'm going to go in with this shade just all over my lid. This is going to be like our transition color. This is literally the first, ooh, can't hold my brush. This is literally the first like makeup item that I've ever used from Dominique Cosmetics. So I have two friends at work, Lydia and Lexi, and we have we all have a love for makeup, and we all spend entirely too much money on makeup, and probably feed into each other's bad habits, but basically those two are obsessed with all of her palettes. I'm pretty sure they have all of them. And so I was talking about this one, and they were like, yeah, you should get it. So I'm really excited to use this. So now that that is blended out, I'm going to layer over it with the shade Pumpkin Spice. And I switched to the Hakuhodo J5533. So I'm just going to pick up this color. And this is like a true like pumpkin spice color. It's so pretty. But again, I am going to take off the excess. We can just build up our color. And I'm just going to position this basically right over the caramel color, but maybe just a smidge lower. And then I'm just going to blend on top of it. And then once most of the color is on my actual eye and off the brush, I'm just going to kind of blend down onto the lid. But I want the majority of the color to kind of be right there in the crease. Then I'm going to switch brushes again. I'm just grabbing a clean fluffy brush, and I'm just going to buff out along the edges. Next, I'm going to go in with the J5523, and I'm going into this shade right there called Hazelnut. And I basically, I did it on this eye already, but what I want to do is just kind of nestle this right there, right under the crease in the outer, pretty much just the outer crease. I'm not going to bring this all the way in. Maybe like a third, halfway tops. But I want to just nestle this in because we're going to blend it out. And then you want to either grab a paper towel, a regular towel. I have this guy here. This is a It's by Sephora. It's called the Color Switch, but basically it helps take off some of the product from your brushes. So you want to do that so it takes off most of the product, and then blend out that hazelnut color. And then I'm going in with a separate, I think this is the same thing, a 5523 brush. This is just a second one. That's a tip I have. If you find a brush, like especially a blending brush, because you're going back and forth with all these different colors, like if you use palettes and you use eyeshadows, buy multiple. I could seriously use like 5 of these brushes. I have 2, but it's just really helpful. So I'm going to take this brush, another 5523, and go back in with that pumpkin spice color, because I don't want to lose the orange to the hazelnut. I don't want to lose the pumpkin spice to the hazelnut color. I want to maintain some of the orange. Now I'm going to switch to my bottom lash line. I'm going to use my flat definer, the E15 by Sigma. I'm going to go in with that hazelnut color because it is a pretty dark color. And I'm just going to stamp this shade all under my eye, along my lash line, my bottom lash line. And then I will blend out with the other shades. And this is the 216 by Makeup Forever. Going back in with the J5523. And I'm going to pick up some of the caramel shade. That was the first shade. And I'm just going to blend out some of that pumpkin spice. Okay, now I'm going to go back to powder for a second. And I'm just going to use my Wayne Goss, this is the 02 powder brush. And I'm just going to clean up like right under here. So if you ever feel like maybe your eyeshadow dipped too low, you can kind of use your setting powder as like a cleanup. We're going to go ahead and pause the eyes for now. We will come back. I'm going to go ahead and do bronzer, but actually I think I'm going to do my nose bronzer first. So as always, I'm going to go in with my little mini, this is the original Hoola bronzer. It's just a little bit lighter, and I'm using the Sigma E50. And this is just to contour my nose. And then I'm going to go in with a second bronzer. Again, this is Hoola, but this is the caramel bronzer. So it's definitely darker than the original one. For blush, I'm just going to go in with kind of a nude shade. This is the Bare Minerals Let's Go Nude. I mainly just don't want it to distract too much from the eyes. Like I don't want it to take away, but I just wanted to add a little color. Okay, so we're pretty much good to go with our face makeup. I just need to finish my eyes. Like always, I'll do that off camera. But before I do want to go in with this shade. This is the Pumpkin Spice shade one more time. This time I'm taking it on a Wayne Goss 18. It's just like a little flat shader brush. And then just kind of pack it down right there. You can see it like just kind of brightens up the orange. And the nice part about this brush is you can put it on this side and then flip it over and kind of blend it out a little bit. So that's what I'm going to do. It's just one more touch of orange. I say orange, but you know, one more touch of the pumpkin spice color before we set everything down. So I just realized that I forgot about highlight. We are gonna highlight. And I think I'm gonna go with this palette. This is by Anastasia. This is the Glow Kit. This is the That Glow. I think this is the warm one. There was a cool tone one and a warm one, and of course I picked up the warm tone. These are the colors, and I'm going to use this one, I think. Or actually, I usually mix these, so I'll probably mix these. This is Bubbly and then Dripping in Gold. And I'm using a Sigma E40. This is a blending brush, actually. This is not a highlighter brush, but... Whew. Okay, so I'm gonna finish up everything else off camera, except for the lip, because I want to show you guys the lip. I bought it specifically for this look. I hope it turns out okay. In my head, it's working, so hopefully we'll see. We'll see how it looks in real life. So I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Of course, everything I'm wearing in the description box below. Now, I will tell you that I lined my lips with the Marc Jacobs, their, what is this? I mean, it's a lip liner, but I don't know if it's called, Pout Liner Long Wear Lip Pencil. And this is in the shade Oh Cocoa. It's so pretty. It's like this, on me, it's like just a nudie, like a nudie brown shade. So obviously if you're lighter than me, it's gonna probably be a little bit darker, but this is a really good color that honestly you can pair with anything. So I lined my lip with this guy, but the lipstick. So this is the YSL Vinyl Cream Creamy Lip Stain, and this is in the shade Psychedelic Chili. And it's so nice when you put it on, it's like cold. Okay, so this is the final look. I was trying to sit here and decide whether or not it's what I had envisioned. I think it is to an extent. It's kind of funny though, because in front of me is my mirror, and in the mirror, I'm definitely seeing more red tones. But then when I look to the left and I look at my monitor, especially kind of when I like close my eyes, I'm seeing more orange and brown. And then in the lip, I definitely do see like a little bit of that deep like terracotta undertone. So there's more orange in the monitor than there is in my mirror. So I don't know. Either way, both looks, I like it. I honestly do. I think it's pretty. I'm definitely getting fall vibes, pumpkin spice vibes, and that's basically what I wanted, so we're good. I definitely think I want to wear this again though, because it's super late. I was just excited to film this, but I'm gonna have to just take all of this off right now. I'm not going anywhere or doing anything, so I want to wear it again when I can actually wear it out and then see it in actual good sunlight. So, thoughts on that palette really fast, the Kristen Dominique palette. My friends were right. They were the ones that told me to try it, and it's really good. The matte shadows, I didn't try any of the shimmers, but the mattes are really nice, creamy, blendable, easy to work with shadows. The pans are good. The pigment and color payoff is really good. So I'm really excited that I got that. I definitely need to probably get some more of her palettes. And then these lip colors by YSL, awesome. So some good finds at Sephora, some good finds. But yeah, if you guys like this video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Why not? You just should. And I'll see you next time. Bye guys.